My last video was about how much of a difference having a big room made versus a smaller room. One of the differences is that I have more placement possibilities. And I had the PB17s pushed against the wall. I was like, something's hmm, something's missing a little bit. So I decided to put them inboard. I set everything up the way I always do. No variables, nothing to get in the way of how I was perceiving the sound. What you're looking for is you're looking for constructive interference. And that's when the sound waves from the subwoofers couple up. And I always talk about having matched subs versus mixing them. It really messes with how perfect that wave's going to be. That's why timing is important. And that's why the distance hack makes such a big difference if you've done it. I add 4 feet after running room correction, as I have done here. Now, is this going to dramatically change the sound of everything? Anyone on the street would be able to tell the difference between a single sub and dual match subs. If your hearing's any good at all, you're going to be able to hear the difference because you're not going to hear this Swiss cheese bass that you get. You're missing all these different frequencies because you have the standing wave effect, and that makes it to where you just can't hear all the bass. So that's something anybody's going to notice. Inboard subs mounted close to the TV to outboard or corner loaded subs. How dramatic is that difference going to be? It's noticeable to me. This is what I do all the time. This is my passion. So for me, I noticed it. I was excited because conventional wisdom tells you that corner loading is the best way to have your subwoofers because you get the most gain and you get the most bass out of it. You do get gain from being corner loaded. However, it's just not getting that same punch that I'm used to. Right now, they're coupling kind of right where I sit. If you draw a triangle from the subs to where I'm sitting, which is basically right where I have the camera positioned, you can see them. They're both pointed at you. When they're pushed out a little bit further, you still get good seat to seat, that even bass where you can hear all the bass. But just for the impact, especially when you're dealing with flagship subwoofers, for me, it's going to be 2 subs up front flanking the TV, somewhat close together, so that when that sound hits me, I know that those subs have coupled and I'm getting the most bang for my setup. But that's something that is going to go against what a lot of people have said, what a lot of conventional wisdom is. The distance hack is super important after you run room correction. It pushes the bass out sooner into the room than any of the other sound. So the bass gets to you a couple of milliseconds sooner than all of your other speakers. All of your other speakers should be reaching you at about the same time. The subs come out a little early, which is good because the bass decays and it takes longer to decay than highs and mids. It takes away some of the remaining cancellations that you get from speakers and subs. I like the idea of that coupling effect where that constructive interference gets to me already fully coupled. When I had them corner loaded, I didn't get that same sense. This is getting nitpicky. You have to be down this rabbit hole already to be able to tell the difference. So it's not dramatic. And again, matched deep bass subs, all that makes a difference. I know it's going to start a controversy, but I don't care. I'm fine with it. This is what I do. I'm used to it. People doubt me all the time, and then they try it and they're like, oh, that works. I listen to the Eagles. I listen to the Accountant, Hacksaw Ridge. The bass just hit me harder at the same levels, the same integration, the same everything. When you're dealing with flagship subs, that's what you want. But as far as having that power hit you for the extra money you're paying for the extra wattage, I think having them more inboard and making sure that constructive interference occurs before your seating, I think that's the way to go. Everything just sounds just a smidge cleaner, I'll say. I'm not actually reflecting live as I'm doing this. It does sound a bit cleaner. I'm just realizing now because I was listening to the Eagles, and that is something that will suss out whether something sounds cleaner or not. And yeah, it does sound cleaner having the subs more inboard, but it sounded better than having pushed against the walls. That it just didn't sound as clean. Now having it this way, it sounds clean. It sounds tight. It sounds the way I like it. This is how I like my system set up. Usually when people hear it, it's never what people expect because I do all these things and I change all these things to where you don't have to crank it to the moon to get serious bass energy in the room. When I'm playing the accountant, I only go up to like -23, -22, somewhere in there when I'm listening personally. If I'm wanting to like really shock someone, I'll turn it up to maybe -18. It's a little bit louder, shocks you a little bit more. You can hear everything super clear. So people get the idea that this is super loud, and it's only as loud as you make it. You have control of the volume. I'm nowhere near done with this room. I've got a lot to do. Thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe.